Hi guys, it's me. Hi. Okay, so today we're going to be testing a foundation from Nars, which is the Natural Radiant Longwear foundation from Nars. I got two shades, so we're going to try to see which one matches my skin tone. This is how the product looks out of the box, and this is how the product looks in the box. It's really nice box. I like the texture of it. Not that it makes any difference to the quality of the product, but I do appreciate it. So we're going to put it on the facey, see how it looks. Of course, as per usual, I'm going to do a whole day wear test. And okay, so please keep on watching. Okay, so I have my hair all clipped up so we don't get anything in it. And this is my nice bare face. I've moisturized before. What I'm going to do, I'm also going to prime, and I'm going to use the primer that I normally use, which is this Olay one. Come on, focus. There you go. This is really good. I really like it, and it has a bit of sheer into it also. So I just put a little dotty on my hand and then just distribute this on from the inner face to the other, so basically from the nose to the edges of the face. And I always drag a bit of primer on my neck also, because I do drag the foundation on the neck. Remember how we talked about not doing the foundation until the jawline? You have to blend it into the neck, so it doesn't show like we're having a big mask on. Okie dokie. So now that's done. I'm actually going to do this tappy thingy also, just because it helps with the warmth of my hands. That's why it's really good sometimes to use the hands, because the product is warming up in your hands. So with the warmth of my hands, I'm just basically helping the product sink into my skin. Okay. Now let's go into these foundations. So I have this one, which is medium 3.5, and it's called Vanuatu. I can't pronounce this, sorry. And then I have medium 2, which is Santa Fe, and this is Santa Fe, and this is the one that I can't pronounce. And I think if you look and if you put them next to each other, I think Santa Fe is going to be my match. Although I do have, I don't know if you guys can see, but my neck is a bit of a different color than my face is. So my neck is a bit darker. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pump a bit on the back of my hand and just take this with my finger and drag it a bit on the face and on the neck. And this is Santa Fe, the one that I just pulled. Now let's put the other one. Yeah, this is clearly too dark for my... I don't know if you can see, but Santa Fe is basically, you can't even see it. It's basically just blending into the skin, and this one you can clearly see it. So that's what you want to see when you look for a foundation, to see if it matches your skin type. You basically, when you put it, you want to not see it. Of course, you're going to see the difference between your normal skin and your foundation, but it's really blending into the rest of the skin, and it's blending into the neck color also. It is a bit, I think I can see it's a bit lighter than my neck color, but as I said, this is just because my neck is a bit darker. But what I'm going to do, and you guys will see, I'm going to warm up the rest of the face with bronzer, so make the rest of the face kind of the same color, match my neck. So I'm just going to take this off. Okay, so I'm going to use Santa Fe because this is the one that clearly matches my skin tone. So what I'm going to try to do, just so, because we're reviewing, just so we can see the difference, I'm going to try to apply half of my face with my hands and half my face with my beauty sponge. So let's try with the hands one. So I'm just going to pop some foundation on the back of my hand here. And just basically take it from here, and again, as we did with the primer, I'm just going to start from the center of the face, which is the nose. And again, this what does is basically just warm up the foundation. The product is going to warm up to the hand and just going to help sink into the skin. And sometimes most of the products actually they are much better to be applied with the hand, especially foundations or creamy products, because the hand, sorry, does help spread the product much more evenly into the skin. And what I'm normally doing is I'm just dragging a bit of foundation on my ear also, because the ears are a bit of a different color than the rest of the face. So I just used a pump, and as you guys can see, it's almost covering the whole half of my face, and it is full coverage. It's literally covering everything. I can't see any bit of skin, so I'm going to put another bit because I still have the forehead and a bit on the jawline to do. I'm just going to, I didn't use a full pump. I have to be honest, I didn't press the pump until fully down. So I think I actually used half a pump. And again, I'm going under the jawline, just trying to blend it into the neck also. I think another advantage of applying foundation with your hand is the fact that you can be a bit more precise where you put it, because of course if you put it on with a beauty blender or any beauty sponge, that sponge is bigger, so especially on the brow area, you're going to basically kind of put foundation in the brow, whereas if you do it with your hand, you can be careful and not, because your fingers are smaller, so you can do it like this. And this is, you can see the difference between this half of my face that has the foundation on and this half that doesn't. You can see it's really full coverage, and it is covering everything, like every bit of redness that I have. I had some blemishes here on my chin, they're just gone. So let's do the other half on the face with a beauty sponge, and I'm going to actually put a full pump on my hand this time, pick it up with my beauty sponge and just go in. And there you go, that's the disadvantage of applying a product with a beauty sponge. So basically, I'll put a pump in, which with my hands, I literally almost cover half of the face. I put a pump in and the product just got absorbed by this beauty sponge, and I only could cover on the face just this bit, and it's gone. I'm going in here, but it's not doing anything because the product is absorbed in here. So that's the main disadvantage of using a beauty sponge when applying a foundation, because it's going to be absorbed by the beauty sponge, and you're going to use much more product than if you do it with your hand, or even if you do it with the brush. The brush is not absorbing the product. It is keeping some of the product in the bristles of the brush, which is normal, but it's not going into the actual sponge, so you can't use it. And this is the third pump. And I don't feel like with the beauty sponge is as much as full coverage as it was with me applying with my hands. I can't see that. It is still covering everything. I would lie if I would say it doesn't. But I feel like it's much more full coverage just doing it with my hands. The only difference that I can see, sorry, I'm just going like this because I have my mirror here. The only difference that I can see if I get closer to my mirror is that on this side where I apply it with the beauty sponge, the face is not as texturized as on this side where I applied it with my hand. So I think if I go over the side where I did it with my hand and just dab in a bit, some of the texture is going to go. But you do have to bear in mind that it will be texture there because this is a cream powder foundation. If you guys remember when we talked about the products and about the types of foundation, so this is a cream powder foundation, which means that it's going to be cream when you put it on the skin, but then when it's going to dry, it is going to look like a powder, like you put a powder on. So of course you're going to see the textures on the face. You're going to see like the little hairs that we all have on the face, the little fluffy. You're going to see all sorts of like wrinkle textures and everything. That's the reason why we set everything in place with powder, and then we come in with the setting spray, because that's what the setting spray is, the one basically that's making the textures not be there. Okay, so this is how the whole face looks like after applying the foundation on the whole face. I do really like it. I think it's a full coverage foundation, clearly, that can't be contested in any way. It does cover everything with just one layer. You don't need to build the layers on. It covers really nice with one layer. It applies really well with the hand, which I've heard before. It does apply really well with the beauty sponge. I can't contest that. I'm not even going to try with the brush, to be honest with you, because I heard before that most of Nars foundation, they do apply really well. Sorry, I have itchy. Ah, okay. I heard before from other makeup artists that Nars foundations do apply the best when you do it with your hands. So that's why I wanted to do hand versus beauty sponge. And I wanted to show you guys also what the beauty sponge does. And I do like a beauty sponge, and for I think for a cheaper foundation, if you want to apply it and for it to look like after you applied it, for your skin to look like skin, which sometimes doesn't happen with a cheaper foundation if you apply with your hand, I do recommend using a beauty sponge. But for this one, which is quite expensive, is not drugstore priced, so I paid £35 for this. This is quite high end, so I wouldn't want to waste it applying it with a beauty sponge when I think I'm going to use like about 6 or 7 pumps to cover my whole face with the beauty sponge, was I think I'm going to use half of that if I do it with my hands. So that's the, I don't know, you guys have to weigh the pros and cons at the end of the day. And also don't forget that we all have different skin types, we all have different ways that we feel it's easier. What might be easy for me might not be easy for you guys, so please try to come up with a way that it's easy for you to do it. If I show you, oh, do it like this, and you want to do it and it's not easy for you, then it's pointless. So I think at the end of the day, if you get the end result that you're happy with, then that's the main thing. And of course, I did say this, I want to say this, I think in every video, don't forget that you're beautiful no matter what, with foundation on, without foundation on especially. So don't think that you always have to put on a lot of stuff on your face to be beautiful. This is just a way of making you feel better, I think, about ourselves in a way, because I think we are the harshest critics. And I do think this for myself also, because I always think, oh, look at my face, oh, look how I look. But the people around me who see me without makeup on, they make the crazy face. They go, what are you on about? You look good. And I know that in a way that's true, but it's just making me feel better about myself when I see that I don't have any blemishes, that I don't have any redness, that you can't see my under eye circles or stuff like that. But don't forget that at the end of the day, we have to be able to look in the mirror with no makeup on and say, I'm beautiful the way I am, which we are. You're all beautiful the way you are. And don't compare yourself to other people, please, girls. Always look at yourself and think that you are beautiful like that, because you have your own kind of beauty. You don't have to have the beauty that other people have. Everybody is beautiful in their own way. And there's so many pressure. There is so much pressure nowadays, especially for young girls that they're expected to look like the pictures from magazines, or like the ladies that you see on Love Island look. And you don't have to look like that. Those people look like that because that's their beauty. You are your own person and you have your own beauty. Anyways, I'm rambling. Sorry. I just need to say this stuff because I am aware that I'm doing a makeup channel, and maybe this is a bit superficial, but at the end of the day, it's not about putting a layer of makeup on and just saying, yes, I'm beautiful and I can't go out of the house without makeup on. That's not the point of this. The point of this is to feel beautiful even if you don't have all this shit on your face. Excuse me, but that's what it is. Yeah, at the end of the day, you have to feel beautiful the way you are, because you are. Okay. Sorry, I just had to put my 2 cents into it. So that's it. I'm going to leave this video here. My lovelies, I did the rest of my face, which is simple, like kind of day-to-day. Sorry, I have a hairy. I can see it. I can see it. There you go. Stand down, little one. Okay. So I did my face, which is kind of the usual, very, very quick out the door makeup that I do. Let me know if you want to see a video on this also, because I can do a quick video for that. So far so good. I'm really happy with this foundation, guys. So far I really love the coverage. Is amazing. I like the way it sits on the skin. So we're going to see if it's actually, well, because they say is Longwear, so we're going to see what Longwear means. I'm going to try to keep it on the face for as long as I can. It's a nice dry day here in UK, which is kind of like a miracle. So hopefully it won't be in the rain. It's not very warm either, so unfortunately I won't be able to test it in those conditions. But I'm going back home in Romania soon, and it's really warm there, so if you want me, I can give you an update on my Instagram page. I'll leave a link to my Instagram page down below in the description box below. So if you want to follow me there, please do so. If you like this sort of video, please let me know what you want me to review next. I can try to do that for you guys. And if you found this video useful, please don't forget to click that thumbs up button. That would really mean a lot to me. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click that ring bell button if you think that will notify you every time when I post a new video, which is every week. Well, yeah, I'm going to stop talking now. Thank you very much for watching. Love you guys, and see you in the next one.